Hey guys, what's up? This here will be a how to solve the Rubik's Cube tutorial. And basically I'm going to show you how to solve the Rubik's Cube from any scrambled position. Anybody can do this method. Before we get started though, if you really don't want to take the time to learn, and I strongly suggest you do, it's actually really fun once you do, but if you don't, this is a different cube. You can always take it apart by lifting up here, rearrange the pieces, and whatnot, and cheat. But I want to be telling you how to do it legitimately. So the first thing we're going to have to know is some cube notation, because I'm going to be telling you many different algorithms, things like that, where if you don't understand the notation in which I'm telling them to you, they will make no sense. So the first thing we're going to have to learn is each side. Now, the side currently facing you is the front side. Side to the left is the left side. Side to the right is the right side. Side to the top is the top side, and beneath it's the bottom, and as you can probably already guess, back here is the back side. In notation, this would be labeled as F. This would be L. This would be R. This would be U. This would be D for down. I might have said bottom earlier, I don't remember. And this would be B for back. So, one more thing about notation is you don't know which way to turn it. Should you turn it counterclockwise? Clockwise? Well, if I just say front, it means clockwise. But if I say front inverted, that means counterclockwise. And this is always 190-degree turn. So left would be clockwise as if though it were facing you. Left inverted would be counterclockwise as if though it's facing you. Right would be clockwise as if though it were facing you. Right inverted would be counterclockwise as if though it were facing you. Same for down, down, down inverted, up, up inverted. And this is going to be a bit tricky because clockwise as though we're facing you is counterclockwise when it's not. Back, back inverted. So that's the cube notation. So now what we're going to have to do is get the cube into a scrambled state. And actually, before we do this, I have one other thing. Whoa. I have one other thing that I want to mention, and that's the centerpieces, the ones in the middle, can never be moved. So the white will always have the red there, blue there, orange, green. White will never be next to the yellow. The green will never be next to the blue. The red will never be next to the orange. I can prove this in 1 minute if you want to, or else in an annotation I'll tell you where to skip ahead to if you just want to learn how to solve it. I'm using here the cube that was shown earlier just to show that the centers actually cannot move. As you can see, the centers are locked into place. This is the mechanism in which the cube rotates. So you're rotating this. You're really just rotating this. The piece is rotating with it. So let's just prove that. So to clear up any confusions that this might have along the way. Alright, so I have scrambled my cube up nice and good so we can learn how to solve it. And the first thing we're going to try and do is get the cube to look, let me just get it really quick so I can show you, like this. Hold on. Having the cross. We don't need the corners right now, so we want the cross. If you have white corners, don't worry about them right now. But we want a cross, and we're starting with white, as well as the, by the way, I should have said this earlier, these are corner pieces, 3, edge pieces, 2, center pieces, 1. The edge piece that corresponds to the center also corresponds to the center of the other color, as we can see. So, the white, red is with the right, red. So we're going to aim for this. So let me scramble this up really quick. What we're going to do is we're going to get them to the opposite side. Here's the white. What's opposite? Yellow. So we're going to get all the edge pieces with white on them to the yellow side. Don't worry if the orange is on the yellow, as long as it's on this top face. The yellow is now our top face, as long as the edge piece is on the same face. So as we can see, while the piece is there, the orange is facing up, not the white. I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them all there. So here's one. The white, red. So we're going to put it up. As we can see, we just kicked this one out. So what we want to do is turn the top face so that we don't kick it out. Pretty simple. And then here's one. And there's not one already there. So we can put it up. And then here's the final one. And as we can see, if we put it up, we will kick it out. So we're going to turn this so we can put it up. And it won't kick it out. Now, sometimes you have a piece like this, where you'll see it, you put it up, and the white will not be on the white. The white will not be on the yellow face. All you have to do is a simple algorithm for this. This would be front inverted, up, left inverted, up inverted. And it's that simple. So do that for all your pieces that need to have it done. Now that we have the white on the yellow portion, we're going to look at the other color of the white edge. We're going to correspond that up with its center. So that we can see we have the orange. White orange, we correspond it with the orange center. Flip it down 180 degrees. Now it's there. We have the white green. So let's move that over. And flip it down. Here's the white red. So let's flip that over and down. Here's the white blue. Flip it over and down. You've now successfully completed the first step, getting the white cross with the corresponding edge, with the edges with the corresponding center. Step 2 of the cube will now be getting the corners, basically completing this first layer while having, you'll have white corners here, you'll have the blue corners, orange corners, green corners, and red corners. And so it will look like this. Let me get it really quick. It will look like this, where this is complete. And we also have the whole bottom layer completed. So let me set this up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for any corner pieces that have white. So we see 2 here. Let's start with this one. So this one's already on the white face, but the white is not. In fact, it's even the green red, but it's not oriented correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick it out. We want it up all the corners at one point or another. I mean, you could have one at a time on this face. To do that, it's going to flip it up, right? But you have this, so you're going to kick that out of the way, push it back down. Now, as we can see, we put this one here. And if that happens, just focus on one at a time until you solve it. So now it's on the yellow face, as we can see. Now look for not the white, but the other color that isn't on the yellow face. So as we can see, we have white, we have the green, but that's on the yellow, and the red. All right. So we're going to look at the red, and we're going to line it up with its center diagonally. Now all we have to do from this side is a very, very simple algorithm, and that is right, up, right inverted, and we just put it in. Now, let's look for some more. Okay, here's one where the white is not, the white cube is on this top layer, the white cubelet, corner cubelet, but the white itself is not on the yellow. We'll tell you how to do that a little bit later. Let's look for the other one that's not on the yellow. Okay, orange. Let's line it up, right, up, inverted. And in the process, this one came down. Now the white is in the right spot. Here's the red that's not on the yellow. We have the blue on the yellow. So let's find the red. We're going to line that one up diagonally as well. It's from the other side. So the algorithm is just reversed. This time it's left inverted, up inverted, left. Now, a lot of times you'll have it where the white is there. So how are you going to get it out? I mean, if you do the algorithm, it just does that, right? What you're going to do is you're going to do the algorithm. You can do from either side, whichever side you feel more comfortable with. Instead of going down, go one more, and then put it down. Now, one thing you do have to keep in mind is if you were to do it, say, above this one, it would then kick this piece out. So what you're going to do is is you're going to do it above the empty slot, so you do not kick anything out. And now it's oriented. There's the green. You line that up diagonally. Right, up, right, and vertical. And so that is how you complete the entire first layer of the Rubik's Cube. We're going to now be going to complete the second layer. So what we're going to do is basically get these edges in to place. So look for any edge piece that doesn't have yellow on it, and obviously we don't want white, but those are already in place, so we don't have to worry about them. So this one, right here, it's orange and blue. So what you're going to do is find the color that's not on the yellow face and match it up with its corresponding center. And then you're going to look at the color that is on the yellow face and see if that is to the left or to the right. In this case, it's in the right. If it's to the right, you're actually going to move it left. So what you're going to do is, if it's on this side, you're going to do this. The algorithm we're going to do to get into this side is right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up inverted, front. And that will get the edge in there, and the rest of the cube, you can see, is still the way it was before. So let's look for another one. So here's one. It's the, get some better lighting, red, green. So we're going to look for the color that's not on the yellow, which is the red, and line up with the center. It already is. Now, the green, where's that? Okay, so it's next we're going to move this way. We're going to do the same algorithm, which was right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up inverted, front. And it puts that piece into place. So we need two more. As we can see, we have this slot open and this slot. So let's look for another one. Here we have this. We can see the orange-green, and the green is the color that's not on the yellow face. So we're going to line it up with its center, and now we're going to look at the color orange. It's over there. So we're going to move it this way and do the same algorithm. Right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up inverted, front. And the last edge is here, and it's flip-flopped. And to get an edge out that's flip-flopped, or basically we want to get this edge out so we can do the algorithm to get it incorrect. So to get an edge out that's either flip-flopped, or say this one was here, and this was our second to last one we were doing. Either way, to get an edge out of the wrong place, you will do the same algorithm. Right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up inverted, front. As we can see, it is now right here. There it is. What I'm going to do is, just for the sake, as we can see, we will have this case again, but for the sake of the other possibility where the red would have been here, where the red would have been the color that wasn't on the yellow face, and the blue would have been on the yellow face, in which case it would be here. I'm going to show you that algorithm. So I'm going to get to that real quick. Alright, so I got to that possibility. So we can see we have the blue now on the top and the red on the non-yellow. So the red is now lined up. The blue is over here. So this time we are going to have it go opposite, which is this way. The algorithm for this side is left inverted, left, up, front inverted. Oops, there we go. And as we can see, we have now completed the first two layers of the Rubik's Cube. We only have the top layer left. However, this is going to be the most difficult layer. So this one will take some time to complete. There are many algorithms involved in this layer, but with some practice, and if you pay attention good, pretty well, you maybe take some notes on this portion, you'll be just fine. So as we can see here, we've got just a dot. And what we're going to try and do now is get a yellow cross on top. Now this yellow cross, the corresponding color to the other sender does not need to match. So all we need is the yellow. So we can have like the yellow blue here, even though it's red. It really doesn't matter. So what algorithm we're going to do if we have the dot. And this is the same algorithm to get the cross. It's just the way you're holding the cube. Is front, up, right, up inverted, right inverted, front inverted. Now, as you can see, we have a line. Remember, we're not paying attention to corners. They don't matter. So now what we want to do is hold the line this way. So it's going across. And we're going to do the same algorithm, which was front, up, right, up inverted, right inverted, front inverted. And now we shall have an L. We're going to hold the L as if though we were reading through like a mirror. So this would be normal L. We're just going to flip it this way now. It's backwards L. Same algorithm. Front, up, right, up inverted, right inverted, front inverted. As you can see now, we have the cross. So in the event that you have no corners, there are two possibilities. Either you have the two yellows here, and then you have one here and one here. You're going to hold it this way so the two are on your left, and the one is on your right, and then the other one is on the back, on the right. You're going to do right, up, inverted, up, right, up, twice, right inverted. And now you'll have one corner, and you're always going to want to hold it with the one corner in the bottom left. So in this position, and you know, I don't know if the blue face is going to be facing you or not, but you know, this position with this piece here, and you're going to do this same algorithm, right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted. Now you may need to do it twice. If you do it once and it doesn't work, you will once again have the one corner, and you'll just have to do it again from the seam orientation. So let's say this corner was the corner, then you know, you'd just turn it this way. You'd have the one corner there. These would be like green, orange, and stuff, and you do the same algorithm. Now there's a chance you will have two. When you have two corners, you will hold the cube either like this or like this, depending where the other two yellows are. So the two corners and these two corners make a row, and one. You may also have two corners where it is across, like diagonally. For this case, we have the two here. We have one of the yellows here and the other yellow in the back. So what we'll do is hold it like so, and do the same algorithm, right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, and what do you know? We're at the one corner. Now this one will take two times I can guarantee you. As you can see, we would have to do it once more. So there's this one where there are two corners, but they are, you know, across from each other. And then what you want to do is hold it so that one of the corners is in the upper left and the other one is in the lower right. And you want to have a yellow facing you. So if you have it like this, well, there's not a yellow facing you. The yellow is going facing to the left of you. So you're going to want to flip it. And you're going to do right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted. And you have the one guy. So you may have this one where you have no corners. But this time, instead of having two here like usual, and then having one here and one here, there are two here, and then the opposite is the same. All you want to do is hold it where you do not have either set of the two facing you. So you could hold it this way or this way. Just don't have either set facing you. Do the right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, and you're at the one piece. So the final possible permutation is where you have the two, you're making a line and one, but instead of having one here and one here, you have two right here. In this case, instead of holding it like this, you're going to hold it like this with the two facing you. And do right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, and you'll have the one corner. Of course, we don't finish this up. Just the algorithm that we've been doing the entire time. And what we will do is finish the top face. Now all we have to do is orient this portion of it. As we can see, this is good. So to do this, what we're first going to do is look around on the edges that are not on the yellow face. And you're going to want to look for two that are the same on one face. So here we have orange and red, those are the same. We have green and orange, no. Blue and blue, oh, those are the same. And on the same face, okay. So what we're going to do is put those behind us. And we're going to do kind of a long algorithm. And that algorithm is right inverted, front, twice, right, front inverted, right inverted, back twice, right twice. And now, as you can see, your corners will be lined up. Now you may have to twist it once, but it'll line up all the corners. In the event that you did not have two that were the same on one face, do the move I just told you from any position, as long as you know you have yellow on top, white on bottom, and it will create two, and then you put those two behind it. So once you get to this, what you're gonna want to look for is one complete side that's not white or yellow. As we can see, we have the red. So you're going to put that to the right of you. And you're going to do this algorithm, which is a bit more complex. But you'll get the hang of it. It's a bit long and a bit weird, but it's fairly simple. It's left, 2, up inverted, front inverted, back, left, 2, front, back inverted, up inverted, left, 2. You may have to do this twice depending on the cube. As you can see, that'll still be on the right. Same algorithm. Left 2, up inverted, front inverted, back, left 2, front, back inverted, up inverted, left 2. And at this point, you will have solved the Rubik's Cube. There's a possibility that you will not have a solid face like we did. In the event that you do not, it's kind of like before. You're going to do the algorithm that I just said, and it will create a solid face. And you will then put that solid face on the right. It might not be red. It could be green or orange or blue. And then you'll just do the algorithm once or twice, depending on what you need to do. And then you will have solved the Rubik's Cube. If there are any questions, any part of this is unclear, please leave a message or video response or something. I will do what I can to make it clear. I understand that, not all my explanations are the simplest. In the description below, I will have put the algorithms in order of which I said them. So, the first one will be just the simple one for getting the white to the top. Then it'll be, the corners and the edges, and then all the top ones. And I'll say kind of what they're supposed to do. But basically that's it. You've solved the Rubik's Cube. Thanks for watching. Rate or like, comment, and subscribe. And I have decided to do a little bonus solve if you would like to watch it with my primary cube. For any of you that wonder, it's a Rubik's.com white DIY. But anyway, you don't need to watch this. It's not part of the tutorial. A little fun bonus. I'm not that great, but it's always fun to do. So I figured I would. So just looking over the cube, seeing what I've got. Alright, let's get started. Locked up. Goes on some more. There, done. So, just like that, how we solve the Rubik's Cube. Thanks for watching. See you later.